Morning, welcome back to my channel, All Things Splendid. My name is Crystal. So this is week 2 of prereqs for nursing school. I'm taking anatomy 1 this summer. I don't recommend summer, I guess. I don't know. It's only week 2. Today I'm just gonna go take my first exam, so I will let y'all know how that goes. I've been studying, but probably not as good as I should be or should have. I just had to work, and I don't know, I just get so overwhelmed with studying that I don't know. So if y'all have any tips and tricks on studying and how to not be so overwhelmed with studying, especially when it's a lot of material and possibly a lot of new material that you might know some about it or heard it some, but not fully or not at all. So, you know, any tips, tricks, anything would be helpful. So I'm gonna go take my test today. And like I said, this is week 2. And then I will catch back up with y'all. All right, see y'all in a little bit. Oh, sorry, if y'all are new to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe and hit that bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to the chaos that I call my life. And I'm glad you're here. So, all right, we are headed to class first. I need to get something to drink, possibly something to eat. My stomach is very nauseous this morning, but we'll see. All right, see y'all later. All right, I just made it to class, or to school. It is 7:23. Our test begins at 8:30. Again, I'm very nervous, so I am going to spend this time studying. A group of girls in the class is coming at 8, and so we're going to go inside and study too, but I guess we'll see. So, not much, I guess, to report. Just me wanting to throw up. I don't know why I'm so anxious. I guess because I feel like I don't really know the material, but so I'm going to do some breathing techniques. That's very important. Try to get my heart rate down. And relax, because studies have shown that people who are very nervous and stuff produce more cortisone, right? Cortisone, I think it's cortisone. Produce more of that in the brain and stuff, which affects your like memory and stuff. So that's why people who are nervous like me tend to do bad on tests, because we look at the test and we forget everything. So there's that. All right, so let me get to studying. I'll check back in with y'all in a little bit. Hey guys, I just wanted to touch base with y'all. Talking a little quiet because they're taking tests, but I just finished my test. I feel like I did okay. Not the best, but okay. And I feel like it was easier than what I thought it was going to be. So I'll talk to y'all more in just a little bit. All right, everyone. I made it home. I just got comfortable because I am freaking tired. I am going to get ready to do some studying. Yeah, so I am less anxious about, I guess, the exams and things. But at the same time, I'm, I guess, upset at the grade that I made. I don't know. I guess, you know, that's just the way it is. I have, if you've seen the last video, or I don't even know what video that one, if it's first, last, I don't even know. I gotta get to editing and stuff, but either or, I got a new family member, and so I am going to have to do my studying and stuff in my room, which is all right, I guess, because I have Loki. I have Loki with me, so I am going to grab the materials out of my office and bring them to my bedroom. So we have our first, sorry if it's getting dark. We have our first what's it called, test. Let me grab this. I just dropped all those. Give me 1 second. So, I want this channel to be, I guess, raw and real. Sorry, I'm so up close. So, I'm tired. It's been a long day. I work. And so, I am in my bed. Plus, I have a dog, which I showed y'all. And so, I'm trying to manage him, study, work 2 jobs, all the things. And, you know, get my life together. So, I'm in my bed. And I want to bring y'all along. I am going to take some things out of my folder that I'm not going to, I'm going to take some things out of my folder that I'm not going to need, and then I am going to work on my flashcards for my lab exam on Thursday. And today is Tuesday. What is today? Tuesday, June 6th. All right, so I'm going to put y'all down on the side, and then we'll get started. So, the first thing I'm going to do is take out all the information from the first exam, because I really don't need it right now. And to be honest, it's going to make me crazy if I keep it in here. So, I am just going to remove it. And then what I'll do is I'm going to keep it aside because I have a final, but I just don't want it because this binder's small and there's just no sense in me, you know, having it per se. So that's all that. And now we have starting on 2. So I got that done. This I'm gonna have to take in the room with me. And then, all right. So I had to print some stuff off. This is not what I'm gonna show y'all because I think I showed it in the previous, but I took some papers. And if y'all don't study in y'all's bed, then y'all are lying, because there's sometimes I just have to sit in my bed and do this versus go somewhere. So I got all this stuff. I'm just gonna condense down, make it smaller. And I cannot cut straight, y'all. So there's that. I don't know. I hate this thing that keeps going like that, because I'm also trying to upload while I'm doing this. I think my dog is hungry, but he's so scared that he doesn't want to go in there. Now he's got the hiccups. You got the hiccups? I don't know if y'all can hear him, but he's over here hiccuping. It's probably because he's thirsty. Now this is a model that I took a picture, I guess, in the classroom. And so I thought it would just be easier. The bad thing is I should have made them smaller, because I am going to have to put it somewhere else. Oh my gosh, I don't know if it... It's not doing it, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that later. Worry about that later. Let's just focus on this first. So, like I said, my first test was not as bad as I thought. I just wished I would have maybe studied more, because I think that if I would have studied more, I would have made it a better grade. You know what I'm saying? So, my plan is to bring y'all along tomorrow night and do like a study with me. Just want to make sure I got that right. So I know this video might be short, but you know, it is what it is. So I am a very much visual learner, and so I feel like I need this. But, you know, everybody learns different. Of course, I am going to write notes, but this is a more of a picture. Oh man, what is it? More of a, well, it's a lab test, so you have to like label parts. So it's not really a lot of notes per se, but there's a lot of like diagrams and things like that. So there's that. Oh no. That is the atlas. So how's everybody been doing? Hopefully, morning everyone, welcome back to, what is it today? Wednesday, so day 2 of week 2. I'm headed to class. Just wanted to hop on. I know I was going to take y'all with me studying last night, but that didn't go too well. But I have a major test tomorrow. I got to do really good. It's my first lab test. So I will take y'all tonight, because my plan is to try and go in the office, which I'm not going to try. I'm going to get in the office. And that big dry erase board that I showed you guys, I think what I'm going to do is try to draw some of the labels and draw some of this stuff so I can maybe remember it or so. I'm not really sure. That's always been my struggle, I guess, with school, is like studying and studying habits, because I've never, besides high school, and to be honest, I didn't even really go to high school. So I got my GED and then ended up having a baby young at 17, and then went to college. So I've never not worked or had to provide for a family while going to school. And so I've never, I guess, learned how to study appropriately, or how to study appropriately, or how to even, I guess, be a student without having all these extra outside elements. I never was able to do that, and so it's a little different for me, a little harder, and I'm sure some can relate who might come to my channel, and some might not be able to relate. I'm also not a good reader, and so I tend to read something and forget it. So that's why I learn better hands-on repetition, hands-on, or going over it, talking about it and stuff. Those I learned a little bit more, or and then writing it out over and over and over again. So those are the ways I learn better, but most of the time it's pretty much hands-on. I need to be hands-on doing something for me to kind of catch the grasp, or I need to see it visually and touch it and everything to, I guess, grasp it. Sorry if the blinker and stuff's real loud. Let me put this on too, so it's not loud. Yes, I should wear my seatbelt, but it's really hard for me, and there's personal reasons behind that. So, but anyways, so I know I got to buckle down and get onto some type of studying, some type of something, because what I'm doing obviously is not working, because I pretty much made a low B on my test, and that's being generous, because that's given the 2 questions that I didn't, because I was rushing and didn't check over my work. So got to check over your work. So I missed 2 questions just by not going through and making sure what was on my test was on my bubble. And so I'll make sure, and I keep saying it, so sorry about that. I'll make sure that this test and any test that I take, I do that, because obviously that's a whole letter grade difference. A high C is still a C, so to me it's not great. My previous schooling and stuff, I do well and have A's, some B's, depending on the class, math classes and things like that. But overall I've done pretty well. But these are hardcore, I guess you could say hardcore science classes that determine if I even get into nursing school. Which, if you're new here, or I don't even know if I really said in detail, I am currently a therapist at a local jail where I live. So I've got a master's, I've been to school, but it wasn't heavy on science and stuff, so I never really had a lot of sciences. Even though psychology is a science-based degree, so it's a master's of science, it's a different type of, I guess, science, or different type of that area. So this is all new to me. And I might be just, who knows, because if I wasn't working, would I still have these bad study habits? You know, if I did have a way to where I could just focus on school for this month, would I still had made that grade? I couldn't tell you. All I know is I got to do better, and so that is my goal for myself. So if you are my age or older, thinking about going to school while you're working, I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say it's easy or rainbows or any of that, because it's very, very hard. But I think if you focus and do what you need to do, then maybe you should do good, you know. I do have a good teacher who is willing to, like, I think I messaged him on the platform that we use 3 or 4 times yesterday, and he was like answering back to back, so he's really good. So I think that helps too, that if you have, you know, a good teacher. So there's that. I think I am going to get an oatmeal from McDonald's today for breakfast. And then there's another thing, like, class doesn't start till 8:30, but he's going to be there at 8 to help us review on Wednesdays and Thursdays, which I think is great. I mean, I think that's going to be helpful. So, and for him to take that time out, you know, I think all teachers should, you know, be helpful, you know, to a certain extent. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand they can't, like, just give you the answers and stuff, but to be helpful, to make sure that you're learning what they're presenting, I think is very, very good. So yeah, I'm gonna go to class, and we will go, I guess, from there. Now, I'm gonna look and see if I was able to record the which I don't think I was, because I tried to find it. So a previous video that goes up today, actually I lied, goes up tomorrow. I think I like showed y'all the lecture room, but I don't think I showed y'all the lab room, which I thought I recorded the lab, so I must have either deleted it or I don't know what happened. So I am going to try to record just to kind of show y'all what our lab looks like. But you know, that part is like really, really hard, because you can't record while, you know, class is being presented and stuff. Sorry about the lighting right there. So today is July 6th. So like I said, week 2, day 2. Sounds weird, week 2, day 2. But I just got to get through it, and at least, of course I mean, who doesn't want an A? But, you know, I'm really going to try to work to get a B, if not a higher, but that means pretty much I need to make B's and A's on the rest of the test, because we don't have, in this particular class, and to be honest, I don't know if that's in just this class, that's in all A&P, or if that's in, because this is a summer class and not a fall class. We don't have like daily assignments or, you know, things like that. We strictly have the test. We have a couple of quizzes, like 2, and then over material that we're not going to be able to get to in class. So we have a test, that, and then we have our lab test, and then our final, and that's it. So there's no room for doing better in one area kind of thing, and coming back from that kind of thing. So you have to really do well on the test. Now, when I took the test yesterday, I did explain to you a little bit that it wasn't as hard as I guess I was making it out to be, and I probably would have done way better if I would have put the effort into studying a little bit more. I think someone made a 93, but given she doesn't work or anything, and she told me she spent 6 hours every day studying. So from Tuesday to Tuesday, every day but Sunday, she spent like 6 hours or so studying after class. I don't have that time to give. After class, I go straight to work, and I don't have, that time to give. So I got to remind myself, and everybody learns different too. So I just got to, I guess, focus and remind myself that I'm a totally different learner in person. And so I wonder back in the other classes when I was making really good grades, if that's how other people felt when they make less. Like, are you not smarter, or are you not smart enough kind of thing, thoughts. And you shouldn't think like that, because again, everybody is good at certain areas in their life, and everybody studies different, and everybody is different. So don't beat yourself up for that. So I have to remind myself, positive self-talk and everything is really, really good. So yeah, I am going to go grab McDonald's, go to school, and then I will touch base with y'all. If not after school on my way to work, then when I get home and after I take the dogs out, feed them and everything, and get settled into the office, because that's where I'm going to be tonight. I am going to make myself go in the office for a couple hours and just really focus and study. So I think that is it, and I will see y'all in a little bit, guys. Hey everyone. So it's 12 o'clock. I'm getting out of lab. So we have lecture in the morning and then lab. Unless we have a test, then it's whatever. The test is over. So like tomorrow, we're going to take our lab test first. So there is 50 questions going to be on our test. But there's like 10,000 things we need to know. So I kind of, I guess, struggle with that a little bit. I wish, instead of it being so wide, but you say, for sure these 3 parts are, bones or whatever it is that you're studying is going to be on the test. So know where those 3 parts are. Versus having 10 parts you got to study. If that makes sense. So there's that. I don't really know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play hooky from work. I know I shouldn't, but whatever. Play hooky from work and just work a full 10 hours on Saturday versus so work 10 hours on Saturday versus me working 5 hours today, if that makes sense. Because there's just, I don't know, it's way, way too much. I mean, I am stressing, but being that it's multiple choice, I think it's going to be good. For versus having to actually write in what the word is. So that's going to be helpful. I did meet with my professor to kind of get, I guess, something that I need to focus on. And so he told me this table, and it's more of like self functions. So I didn't really do great on self functions in the last test, and they were going to be again on the lab test. So I need to focus, I guess, I'm going to study that. And then I'm going to go from there and pray for the best. So I am headed home. I'm trying to debate if I'm going to grab something to eat and just take it home, or if I'm just going to eat something at the house, which, to be honest, I haven't cooked in a couple of days. I don't even know what's at the house. So there's that. Now, I know people can study for hours at a time. Me, I lose focus. So I would recommend that first you know how you study. So if you need to study every 30 minutes and have a 5-minute break, every hour have a 15-minute break, like study for an hour, then a 15-minute break, I guess do you kind of thing. Me, I think today I am going to focus on, when I get home, I'm trying to debate if I want to go straight into studying or if I want to take my break first. I'll probably go into studying. But, so for me, I'm going to, I guess, study for an hour to 2 hours. So somewhere, no less than an hour, but no more than 2 hours. Going to study that. Take my break, do whatever I need to do, or if I want to watch a couple of YouTube videos, whatever, then go back, study for another hour to 2 hours. But I think that's how I'm going to be able to study to the rest of the day and into the night, because I just can't. I'm not very good at just looking at something and looking at it and not, for hours and hours, because I'll feel like I'm just studying, and then whatever I'm studying I'm forgetting or not retaining, I guess, the information. That's anything. So yeah. So I wanted to do a check-in with y'all, and so I will and update y'all with that, but I'm going to grab something to eat, go home, and then I will, I guess, check back in y'all when I actually start studying. I am probably going to record, be studying and stuff, but as far as how much of it will actually go on to this this week's video, I don't know, because I don't want to make the video too long. So let me know how long y'all like to watch videos and stuff. Do y'all like them short to the point? Do y'all like them a little long, or do you like them there's some study sessions that I see where they go an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I can't do that. Me personally, like study that long. So I will record me studying and stuff, and then I guess check back in, or that's the plan for this evening. So I will check back in when I get home and get settled and everything and get ready to start studying. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. Alright, I told y'all I was going to show y'all. This is our lab. And we are fixing to take a test over that bad boy and some other things. So I'm fixing to take my first lab test, and I am very, very nervous. So y'all say a prayer for me. We're fixing to start studying for about 30 minutes and then our test. So I will check back in with y'all, I guess, after school. Hello, everyone. Today is Thursday, and so it's the last day of week 2 for class. I mentioned, like, right before this, before our lecture of the day, I talked about, like, my test and how I felt, I guess, after I took it and all that. So I ended up with a 88 on my lab test, which, I mean, it's okay. I wished I wouldn't have. So previously in the yesterday or Tuesday, whatever day, I don't even know now at this point, when I talked to y'all, about, like, making sure I go back and make sure I answered questions and transferred them from the test to the Scantron and all that, because my first test, that's how I missed some questions, because I transferred them over wrong. Well, this time I said I wasn't going to do that, and I was going to go back and look over my questions, and I did. In 4 questions, I wrote down the correct answer, but then when I went back to check it and stuff, I changed my answer. So from now on, this is my plan, is to go back on all my tests and make sure that I transferred from what I wrote on the test to my Scantron. Make sure I transferred it correctly. That's 1. 2, whatever answer I put down first, that's the answer I'm going to go with. Because I would have made a on my exam if I wouldn't have changed 4 questions. And then another tip, or another thing that I will be doing for mine, is I will go through it, answer all the questions that I know the answer to. I'm going to answer those first. Then I will go back and answer the questions that I have, like a 50-50. So I eliminated 2 and I have 2. 50-50. Whatever my gut instinct tells me, or whatever I think of first when I read that and I think of first, that's the answer I'm going to go with. Versus really, really thinking and whatever. And then the questions that I have no idea about, I will do the process of eliminations and then just, I guess, pick an answer kind of thing. So that's how I'm going to go, from there on that. So I am headed to grab something to eat and then headed to work. I'm going to try to get to work by 12 or whatever, because since I went home early yesterday to study, which I guess was a good call because I made an 88. But I need to make up some time, so I gotta, go do that. So that's what I'm headed now. Oh shit! Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cuss. Might have to take that part out, but there was something in the road. So now I'm headed to go find something to eat. I'm not sure what I want to eat. I would say, what do y'all think sounds good, but y'all can't tell me. I don't know really what I want. Yesterday, when I left school, I got tacos, but that's not what I want today. Even though but it's like, I guess, I don't know, it's more like cod or whatever, but I am going to go to, I can't think of what it's called. Back in Texas, it's Long John Silver's, but down here it's something different. So that's what I'm going to go grab. So I'm going to go grab some food, and then take it to work with me real quick and go ahead and check in. So I need, at work, I got to see some patients, but I also need to work on another assignment that I have due tomorrow, because tomorrow's Friday, so I have little 2 small assignments due tomorrow, so I got to do that. So I'm gonna do that, and then yeah. So I am gonna study tonight, but I'm probably not gonna like check in with y'all, follow up with y'all, because I have to work my regular job, but then my part-time job, I gotta work from 6 to 10, and then do a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm probably not gonna check in, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog for week 2 of AMP1, and so I'm gonna end that here, and then I will catch back up with y'all on my next video. Again, if you're new here, please subscribe and hit that bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. I do want to let y'all know I do plan on giving, like doing a, like a giveaway or whatever. I plan on doing that once I reach 100 subscribers. So we still, got a little ways, because I'm only at, I think, 26, which is more than what I would have thought, but so we're still working on that. But I wanted to give y'all that heads up. So if you haven't subscribed and you've been watching my videos, go ahead and subscribe, because that's going to be one qualification to receive the giveaway. I don't know yet what I'm going to do on the giveaway, but it'll be something. And then remember, I tried to upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Tuesdays are more like hauls and trips and just day life, cleaning videos, things like that. Thursdays are my school videos, which will only be for the month of June, and then as far as like July, I'm not sure yet, because I won't be back in school until August when school starts. And then Sundays are my crafting type videos, even though I haven't really crafted much, especially since class, but I'm still going to do some craft, like at least one craft video on Sundays, or one craft activity, so I can have that video for Sundays. But anyways, it's a long exit to my telling y'all, I'll see y'all on my next video. But with that being said, I hope everybody is having a great week, and will have a great weekend,